Right, hi guys, we're here with Carl and Tim from Domino Go. So first of all guys, can you describe for us your music in 3 words?
There you have it. I'd say epic, anthemic pop.
Can you elaborate a bit more? What kind of sound you're going for?
The sound, well, all our songs when we write, they start acoustically. Everything we do, we start just on the guitar, and then around it, we go for like a grittier sound, like hip hop drums and stuff, and then that's on our more up tempo stuff. And then when we strip it back, like the songs like Believe or I Got Time, a lot of the strings and stuff. That's what makes it yeah.
So I've been hanging out with you for a little while before this interview, and I can see you guys are really close, like best friends. How did you meet, and how did
Two babes.
and how did Domino Go come about?
Well, sorry, it's a bit there. Well, I was working with this guy called Jazz, this songwriter. We were just writing songs, and we needed a guitarist to come in and lay some guitar down. And I met Tim at a party about 3 weeks before the session. And we were going to work together anyway because Tim's an MD. He was going to MD like my band and stuff. And then he come in, and this session was only meant to be like a 3-hour session. It ended up being like 3 days. And actually, Tim's never left.
It's like one of those dates, and I just moved in.
He did, didn't he?
We rushed
He
it.
marked his territory.
Rushed it and started pissing it out.
So what do you do when you like one of you annoys the other one? Do you like give it a
Fight.
bit of space
No, we
and just
fight.
fight it out?
Do you know what? We used to argue like vigorous.
I used to shout, and what he does is this really patronising thing. Like, he just... And that is, it's just... Bro, just calm down. Why are you shouting at me? And that makes me more angry.
Pulling your brush.
No, not even because he's like... Why are you shouting? Calm down.
You need to shout, innit?
I don't talk to you like that. Why are you being belligerent? Why are you being belligerent?
Oh,
Belligerent.
brilliant, I love it.
Yeah, man. But now our journey is in fear of belligerence, so we rebuke belligerence by force, innit? And now we don't even call it arguments, we call it this intense discussion.
Or a debate. A long debate.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
I'm the one that gets emotional. I'm the emotional.
Singer, innit?
Singer.
Archetype,
It's got to be
singer.
emotional.
Gotta live up to the stereotype.
So the lyrical content comes through.
So I know you, Tim, used to be the musical director for N-Dubs. How did that all come about, and what's happened since then?
Literally, I left uni, and my parents forced me to do finance at uni, and I really wanted to do music. So while I'm meant to be at lectures, I'm just grinding my music. And when I left, I met the manager from N-Dubs, and I was actually doing a couple of remixes for him. And he was like, "Oh, you play guitar, alright?" We just went from there. We did my first gig for them was Radio 1 Live Lounge, and it was one of my favourite musical experiences. Like one take, just went for it. And my favourite song of theirs was Papa. And I just felt their songs and we just went in. And then I went on to do their first few big tours, like arena and academy tours, and I just loved it. So I learned my chops from them, man. And then I said to them, I want to do my own thing, guys. And we shook hands, and we still got love.
We sung at his name was Richard,
Their manager,
we sung at his wedding about 3 months ago in Cork, which was
Maybe you'll work with them one day, But actually they've split up, haven't they now, I think?
They have.
Yeah?
N-Dubs.
Daffy on the track. Okay, so who's your biggest musical influence? Who affects the sounds and stuff that you guys make?
Well, going back to how we write the songs, acoustically first, before we can go anywhere near production. My influences are things like Bob Dylan, Damien Rice, David Gray, Radiohead, stuff like that. More the singer-songwriter kind of stuff. I love Damien Rice.
I would say
Girls Aloud.
Girls Aloud, Saturdays.
Anything with
Spice
females.
Be serious.
Sorry, it's a musical discussion, so
Do you want to argue now?
no, intense debate, bro.
Okay, sorry.
But but literally it was I would say our band is truly a marriage of our influences because, as he said, like Damien Rice and Bob Dylan and
he
John
never listened to
Mayer,
any of that.
Never listened to any of it, and then he just
Now he loves it. Now
gassed
when he
me up
talks
on
to
it.
girls, he's like, yeah,
Tries to
we'll
get
go back
deep.
to my place, we can play some Damien Rice.
But you see, I was like, Damien Rice is cool, bro, but have a listen to some Common, innit? Have a listen to some Nas.
And you have got me into
you know what I mean? Like, and now we're in the car and he's riding to Tiny Temper's new mixtape and all of that stuff, and that's where the beats come into our stuff. But our music is underpinned by what we like to call great songwriting. You know what I mean? There's like classic choruses and lyrically very sound, and then you pin that with the grittier stuff, and that's the edge. And hopefully that shows him what we are, because he's very clean cut and I'm a bit rugged.
It's a bit of both of us. Our music really is us.
So as a duo, like what's been your most memorable like musical experience so far? Whether it be like, you know, out of like gigging or whatever, just the two of you, but what has been
The studio in New York in Times Square with Jerry Wonder, working with Music Soul Child. Definitely.
Yeah, he's like our childhood hero.
Yeah.
Like,
It was so spontaneous how like we were in the studio and you know, in would walk Busta Rhymes and walk past and pop in and be like, hey man, you know, and then
he's cold.
and then Music Soul Child was in the middle of like shit, like we both love Music Soul Child, and
Remember the first thing I said to him?
you helped me get girls or something.
As soon as he walked
everything
in,
revolves around girls?
I just said to him, music.
Not me.
Do you know how many girls that I've got into relationships with because of your lyrics?
Mine was better. I was like, mate, you got me through. Actually, I'm not saying that.
But he was exactly how we expected him to be, super cool, super talented, like musical. And I thought personally, I'd be a bit nervous, but we just kind of got into it and wrote a great song.
Yeah, he's
So
wicked.
what other artists would you like to work with now? If you could pick a few people to.
I know mine were different from yours.
Yeah, big
Go on,
time.
say both. Say both.
Mine, I love Kanye. I think he's a creative genius. I loved him.
See, I want to say the obvious. Like, I'd love to do an EP with Damien Rice. Let's go to Cork. No, because I'm originally from Ireland anyway. Champagne. Let's go back to Cork and do like a 4-track EP with him. But I don't know if it's the obvious.
What about as a pair? What would you think would suit you both as a pair to like
Probably
collaborate?
someone like Camden.
Because he's
of our
musical
beats.
as well. Yeah.
Because of how our music is.
When you especially hear his new records, like he's getting really musical, so it will marry well. Like that Lost in the World record.
So you both live in London now, but I know you spend a lot of time over in the US. Like, which one do you prefer if you could pick to live in either one?
Malibu.
This guy is the LA guy.
Love it.
Loves LA.
Love it. I love it.
He loves it.
No, like LA's alright. It's a bit, you know, the stories are true. It's a bit fake and thick and stuff. And
Some
then-
parts.
Yeah. But especially when we stayed on Sunset Boulevard, the parties are all like, hey, what do you do? But I love Malibu. We worked in Malibu in this studio. It was literally on a mountain. So when we do lyrics, we'd come out of the studio and go up onto the mountain and sit on a bench and just look over Malibu. So
would you move there?
yes, I'm going to.
You're gonna move there.
After this album, when it does well, not if, when it does well, I'm gonna take my money and buy a house in Malibu. Just leave all my family behind. Just forget them. Just forget them.
Find your taxi girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
What's her name?
I don't know. I couldn't really put a name to the innocence of her face.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh my god.
Lyrical content, yes.
That was good, wasn't it?
My place away from home is New York.
Yeah. Tim's.
You've got a bit of New York going on here.
He's got the swag.
Like I just love the hubbub and the hip hop and everyone there is just super on it. Like the speed of the city is just great. And you leave the studio at like 2 in the morning and go and do stuff.
It is getting hot under this light, man.
Okay, so you talking of your album, you've been working on it, and it is coming, but we don't know exactly when. You don't even know when.
Yeah, the thing is, we would rather take our time and be remembered than rush this album and be forgotten. Because that happens with so many acts where, they don't, it can be rushed. A couple of singles and then you never hear from them again. This album's taken us 3 years. And we want it to be absolutely perfect. Yeah, nice. Hopefully,
It's ready.
Yeah, it's ready. It's the album's done. The writing is done. The hardest part was the writing process. Actually, no, the hardest part was finding the right producer. That's when we found Mushta. We travelled all over the world to We travelled all over the world. Come on, man.
She's coming, bro.
She's coming. Patience, man. That's how you lose women.
Oh my god.
Okay, you should get out of the car and go.
You should really get out of the car.
Very impatient.
And it's not even a nice car. Why are you bibbing that?
So what can we expect from the album then? What do you think that your fans and like people, your fans to be are going to get from this?
They're gonna get something hopefully that they can listen to whenever the mood strikes. For example, if they've just had a breakup, they can listen to. When they're in a good mood, they can listen to it. When they're driving in their car,
in the car with their girlfriends and they're like singing along. The windows down, you don't even have to. You never feel embarrassed when you sing. No, like because we do that. The songs that we listen to in the car, we always keep the windows
Up.
Miley Cyrus.
I can imagine it as well.
Miley Saturdays. We actually.
I mean, that comes down to we just love good songs. Like we were talking about One Direction. No, I'm not joking, but I love One Direction.
Yes, so do I.
Oh.
He thinks he's Zayn.
What do you
know the
think?
name.
You actually know the name?
No, I do. I want to be Harry Styles, but I just couldn't put off the hair.
Harry Styles, man. Knows
guys.
the second name as well.
Don't go for that. Don't go for that, look. Okay, so can you tell us something about yourselves that maybe no one would expect? Maybe a bit of a secret or anything?
I'm straight.
Fully.
Yeah.
Did a lot of people doubt you on that?
No. Sorry. I just wanted to see your face when I said it. You went.
Oh.
Anyway.
I don't know. No. I think
Any
we're.
bad habits either one of you have got?
Yeah, but I couldn't really
Carl.
say.
Okay, Carl.
Uh-oh.
I got one for Carl. This guy. Like, it's not even that bad. It's kind of cute. Like, he can't go through a day without watching at least like 3 films a day. Like, he has them on his iPhone
like crazy
at
eating
home.
I can.
Yeah,
Every single day?
every day.
Yeah, two. Or 3. Yeah.
These two.
Before I go to bed, I watch a film
His
every night.
DVD collection is
What, fully
insane.
to the end? You watch the film fully to the end? That's pretty amazing. What was your favourite film then? What's your...
Closer is based on a film by Patrick, on a play by Patrick Marver. Gladiator, Fight Club.
State of Grace.
Yeah, it's not in my top.
That was in the top.
Now that I'm thinking,
Failed at Family Fortunes and all that shit.
hey, you know me.
So if like the music thing really takes off, would you ever like steer
can't
into
act.
You wouldn't, you can't.
I tried it.
No.
I am terrible. I am
Really?
when I act, I don't know. I tried it, and I just
So you're just gonna sit to
no
the
emotions in my face whatsoever. Proper monotone.
Alright, well it's good that you can sing really well because otherwise. So what are the rest of your plans for 2012? What have we got coming up? Any shows?
Our next big-ish gig is on the 24th at the Medford in Balham. Just an acoustic set.
And we also obviously we have the album to look forward to that's coming out this year.
cannot wait
We're
for
also working on a selection of features and covers that we're working on. So White Righteous and records like that where we just want to show the more grittier side of the band. Just, the records where we're not going for that pop sensibility, we're just going to give it to you raw. Just the build up stuff.
Cool. Well, I think you guys are going to be absolutely fine. You're going to do really well. So can you just give a quick shout out lastly to the Music News fans and also tell them where they can find you online?
Well, we got Music News. Thank you for coming down for checking us out. And you can find us at Domino Music on Facebook. The same for Twitter.